where the countryside rolls down to the seaside,
where boats sail beneath a mighty bridge.
with stunning buildings and exciting days out.
It's time for a break in the wonderful East Riding of Yorkshire.
Robinson. Welcome to Britain's Best Breaks. This time we've arrived in the thriving city of Kingston Upon Hull, in the heart of Yorkshire's East Riding.
And I'm Kevin Harris, and together we'll be helping you make all the right choices when planning your stay here in East Yorkshire.
We'll be taking a closer look at the history of one of Britain's major ports and finding out where you can enjoy a more contemporary visit to this fascinating city.
And we'll be exploring some of the East Riding's many attractions, along with the best accommodation in which to enjoy your break.
Until the mid-19th century, Hull was one of the world's major whaling ports. Hull Maritime Museum reveals just how important the whaling industry once was. This impressive museum covers all of Hull's maritime past. The tough life of trawlermen will, like the museum, leave a lasting impression.
Hull's fishing heritage is celebrated in a unique way, and following your fish trail guide will show you how. It's this way.
In Hull, you're actually walking on fish. It's not just cod and haddock. Along the fish trail, you'll find a fish for every letter in the alphabet.
The fish trail ends back at the Tourist Information Centre, and once you make it there, you get yourself your souvenir certificate. It's good, isn't it? And while I've been increasing my knowledge of the seas, Francesca has been discovering the delights of Beverley.
Beverley Minster is the resting place of St John of Beverley, and 1300 years later its serene beauty remains the pride of Yorkshire. This is one of the finest Gothic churches in England. How did builders lift the stones to build the church? With this, one of only 3 surviving treadwheels still working in Britain. With 21st century stained glass by Helen Whitaker, Beverley Minster's beauty is being enhanced for future generations.
The Deep is one of Hull's greatest innovations, and more than 2 million visitors have enjoyed the experience since it opened in 2002.
With some 2.5 million litres of water, 87 tonnes of salt, 3,000 fish and some 40 sharks, this is the world's only submarium.
If you're taking a break in Hull, this award-winning attraction is unmissable. Enjoying her retirement in Hull's marina, the Spurn served for 48 years as a vital navigation aid for the River Humber. On board you can see exactly how the crew lived. Hull's attractive marina opened in 1983 to accommodate the increasing demand for leisure craft moorings. There are berths for 300 varied craft, and many are members of Kingston Upon Hull's yacht club.
The East Riding has an intriguing history, some of which Francesca has been uncovering in Hull.
Hull's Museum Quarter has plenty of surprises in store. It's a fascinating area of old Hull, so give yourself ample time. Hull's fishermen were no strangers to unusual creatures, but they never caught anything like this. You can journey back in time and meet ancient tribes and see how the Romans lived in East Yorkshire. Arriving in Hull's Street Life Museum is like stepping from a time machine. You get a real feel of what Hull's streets were once like. From humble bikes to heavy horsepower, this museum has it all. Hull trains operate a direct service between Hull and London in under 3 hours with their 222 Pioneer trains. When you're riding the rails, dining in style and comfort is an additional treat, and the food, like the service, is first class. Of the many sights you'll enjoy on your break, the Humber Bridge is awe-inspiring. Completed in 1981 with a span of 4,624 feet, when it was built, it held the record for the longest single-span suspension bridge in the world. William Wilberforce established the Committee for the Abolition of the Slave Trade in 1787. Following his death in 1833, his bill was passed.
For centuries, boats have come home to Bridlington's historic harbour, the colourful centrepiece of this bustling seafront. Although this is still a busy fishing port, there's plenty of seaside fun.
There's the entertaining promenade, speedboat rides, even a pirate ship. Adventurous visitors can join a North Sea fishing expedition with the real experts, or take a cruise along the spectacular heritage coastline.
When it comes to Yorkshire's seaside resorts, Bridlington's Old Town is amongst the best. The Priory of Augustinian Canons, which was once one of the largest monasteries in Britain, was founded here in the 12th century. The Priory's surviving entrance houses the Bale Museum, where you can take a look at Bridlington's fascinating past. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the town's criminal fraternity often ended up in the courtroom. The most complete Georgian street in England outside Bath, the Old Town High Street, is a delightful place to browse and shop. With 100 free parking spaces, Bridlington's Old Town Marketplace is a good starting point for discovering the town. The old stocks are still in the marketplace, so don't say you haven't been warned.
Centuries of history, one of Britain's finest Elizabethan gardens and a priceless collection of Impressionist art, and it can all be found here at Burton Agnes Hall near Driffield.
The ancestral home of the Boynton family since 1598, this spectacular country seat is a major visitor attraction. The whole house is a work of art.
Ferron's Art Gallery is one of the attractions that confirms Hull as a city of culture. Since 1927, the people of Hull and visitors from around the world have sought solace here amongst some of the greatest works of art, such as this by Franz Hals. There are regular exhibitions of paintings and sculpture from around the world. If you fancy a flutter, then Beverley Racecourse is the place to be. Nothing gets the adrenaline flowing faster than the sport of kings. However, Beverley offers more than racing. This is Medieval Night. And when your horse comes in, you'll have something to sing about. The attractive town of Hornsey is one of the East Riding's most popular seaside destinations. One of the East Riding's top attractions, Freeport Hornsey Outlet Village, is a mix of shopping and leisure. This 18th century farmhouse houses the Hornsey Museum, reflecting village life in North Holderness over the passing centuries.
Two miles north of Bridlington stands Sowerby Hall and Gardens, a Grade 1 listed house surrounded by 50 acres of landscaped gardens.
What makes Sowerby Hall exceptional is the spectacular clifftop location.
The area's nautical heritage is marked by the Maritime Exhibition in conjunction with the local coastguard station.
The history of aviation is featured in this exhibition, marking the life of Hull's pioneer flyer, Amy Johnson. The village of Huggett is a great starting point from where you can enjoy a day's walking out on the wide and wonderful Yorkshire Wolds.
The Wolds form an arc from the Humber Estuary up to the North Sea coast. Where they meet the sea, they form a dramatic coastline between Scarborough and Bridlington, which culminates at Flamborough Head. Burton Constable Hall near Hull is an Elizabethan mansion in a 300-acre park. You'll find rooms filled with fine furniture and paintings, and an important collection of scientific instruments.
The East Riding of Yorkshire has been full of pleasant surprises, and as a place to take a break, it's got everything. Traditional Yorkshire hospitality, stacks of attractions, and of course the wonderful seaside.
If you want to find out more about the East Riding of Yorkshire, you can visit our website where all our shows are available on DVD. Remember, on Britain's Best Breaks, the choice is yours.